Um, okay, guys, we are live. We can begin now.
Okay. So, initially, before beginning the session, I would request everyone to scan this QR code and fill the form to join Celonis Talent Pool if you haven't already. So, good evening to everyone. I hope you all are doing well. On the behalf of Summer Analytics team, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all our participants and the speakers for today's Career Talk session. For those joining us today, Summer Analytics is a free learning initiative designed to introduce students to the exciting world of data science, machine learning, and analytics. Throughout this program, participants gain hands on experience through weekly assignments, hackathons, and real world problem solving while learning from industrial experts and experienced mentors. The objective of Summer Analytics is to build a strong analytical foundation and help students develop practical skills that are highly valued in today's data driven world. As a part of this journey, we also organize career talk sessions where participants get the opportunity to interact with professionals from leading organizations, learn about industrial trends, understand different career paths, and gain valuable insight directly from experts. Today, we are delighted to host one such career talk in collaboration with Celonis Academic Alliance. Before we begin, let me briefly introduce you to our partner for today's session. Celonis is the global leader in process mining and process intelligence. Their platform helps organization analyze, optimize, and improve business processes using data-driven insights. Today's session will give you an opportunity to learn about Celonis, explore career opportunities, and understand what it's like to work in one of the world's leading technology company. Before we move ahead, a quick reminder for everyone regarding the week 4 hackathon. Please make sure to complete and submit your hackathon before 30th of June, 11:59 p.m. IST. Do not wait until the last moment. It's a great opportunity to apply everything you have learned so far. Now it's my pleasure to introduce our esteemed speakers for today's session. Ms. Johanna Kögler, Talent Acquisition Partner. Ms. Divya Tailor, Talent Acquisition Partner. Mr. Ayush Pannar, Associate Value Engineer. Mr. Harshit Rai, Associate Service Consultant. We truly appreciate all of you for taking the time to join with us and share your experience and insight with our participants. Without any further ado, I would like to invite our speakers to take over the session.
Great. Thank you so much for the introduction, Sharani. Happy to take it over. And maybe we just also all quickly introduce ourselves briefly and say hello to all of you. I'm Johanna. I'm part of the Celonis early professional hiring team. That means our team is especially responsible for hiring all our interns, but also graduates. Myself, I'm German. I'm based in our Munich Celonis headquarters, but I'm super honored to be part of the presentation today as well. And with that, I will quickly hand it over to Divya and the rest of the team for maybe saying one or two words on yourself.
Thanks, Joanna, and thanks, Shravani, for a warm welcome. I'm Divya again, and I'm the part of the talent acquisition team. So I'm the TA partner with Celonis, based out of India, Bangalore office. Definitely, apart from EPH, I do take the hiring requirements for other departments as well. So happy to be here. Thank you so much once again. Ayush, Harshit, over to you.
So,
I Okay, go ahead.
hello team. I'm Ayush. I'm part of the value engineering team at Celonis. Uh, our core goal as a value engineer is to see how Celonis can create value for our clients and then work hand on hand with them until that value is realized. So that's why the term value engineer.
Hi, team. I'm Harshit. I'm also based out of the Bangalore office. I'm from the services consulting team. And to explain my role, I'll be diving deep into that later on in the presentation. So yeah.
Great. Thank you so much. So maybe giving a short overview on what is our plan for the upcoming minutes or almost an hour. So even though Shavani has given you a short introduction on what our company is about, we will dive a bit deeper and give you some more insights on what Celonis is actually doing. Ayush will even take over like a short demo to give you insights on how our process intelligence platform is looking like. And then the maybe even more exciting part for you is how you guys can join us later on. So we are a global company with global graduate programs that we offer also for our Bangalore hub. And we are at the moment further expanding those programs over there, and therefore want to give you a short overview from first-hand graduate program participants, Harshit and Ayush, on the two programs. To wrap it up, Divya will also share some insights on what we offer as Celonis, especially in our Bangalore hub, but also as a global employer. And then you will also have the chance to ask us any questions you might have on your mind. And Shavani and the team will bring your questions directly to us so that we have the chance to answer them live. Good. Maybe moving on with Celonis. We make processes work for people, companies, and the planet. That's our main claim. And maybe giving you a bit more insights on why that matters. So our platform is about helping other companies to make their processes more efficient. That means we help them to solve inefficiencies that cost global players, usually millions of dollars. So we turn data into real decisions and instantly help companies to improve their processes with measurable results. We are the pioneer in that and got awarded for our platform multiple times. So usually the Gartner company is on a yearly base awarding like the leader in process intelligence, and we are super happy that we can sustain our leading position in that quadrant over the past years. As I mentioned in the beginning, I'm part of the Munich headquarters, so we are a German company and made it from a startup to one of Europe's largest decacorn with our last valuation of $13 billion. We have more than 1,400 customers, with the majority being huge multinational companies, and are also awarded as a great employer across many different countries. Maybe giving you some more insights on how it actually started. So our company was founded in 2011. Back then, our three founders looked way younger as they do today, because they were still students. So they were probably in your position, and were also like some of you guys engaging in a student consultant club. So back then, they were working on a project with a German broadcasting company, and realized that their IT department is quite slow in solving the tickets. They have read about a paper on process mining and decided to apply that theory into practice within their student consulting project. Then they ended up being so successful that they ultimately decided to found Celonis as a company. That all happened in 2011, and back then no larger company was willing to give free students just coming from university any money. So they first started with bootstrapping the product 5 years before they were able to get their Series A funding. And from that moment on in 2016, we were constantly growing and becoming like a more mature company over the years. One of the major milestones was definitely the launch of our Celonis execution management system, which brought the platform on a whole new level, but also the funding, or the last Series D evaluation of the 13 billion that I just mentioned. And that brings us where we are at today as the world's first and only process intelligence platform. Now, I have talked a bit about what the company is doing. I will hand it over to Ayush, who will dive a bit more in what process intelligence really is with you.
Okay, perfect. So maybe if we go to one more slide, perfect. Yeah, okay, that's it. So hello everyone. A quick Saran, can we ask questions and can see what are the responses of people when they reply on YouTube, or is that not possible?
You can open the YouTube chat, and then you need to mute the site. Send it over to you.
Okay, perfect. Then I'll move forward. So there are three different columns that you see on the screen. The first one is how a processes are designed to operate, which, as we all learn during our university, we plan to make it maybe a linear and then multi-branch. However, when we run the processes in actual world, next two slides, please. Yeah, we see there are some deviations happening, but when we actually compare your entire data logs, or when Celonis actually captures the entire event data log, you see the process are 10 times more complex than how they designed it to be. Now, when you look at the screen on the right hand side, how do you decide that when there are thousands of different deviations going across your company in real time, which deviation should you prioritize? Because there is no way we can prioritize or we can solve all the deviations in one time. And that is where Celonis comes into picture. It first identifies all the deviations, then it helps a company decide which deviations are worth positioning or worth solving, mostly by using the Pareto principle, and then identifying how the platform can be used to automate or to mitigate that deviation. Yeah, that is what the Celonis does in a nutshell. And now we'll just play a video to visually see what we just spoke about. Uh, can we play the video, Johan? Oh,
I don't think that it works with playing the video, but maybe we just move directly to the demo. Probably that's easier.
okay. Perfect. So as before we move to the demo, I would like to open the chat for a question that from your current understanding, what can be the one line or ELI 5 explanation that you can give to your parents about what this firm does? If you can share it on or share it on the chat, it would be very useful. And also, by the way, we are hiring for value engineering, so it would give us a quick insight of who are more interested to be a part of Celonis. So yeah, over to you, Sanchit, if you can see any definitions that come.
Yes. The question is being posted on YouTube because there's a time lag. So we will see questions now in
Okay.
2 minutes. Right. Master OD Lens says it helps make a company make more informed decisions. G Thati says making data easy to understand and accessible across the company ecosystem. Um, some sort of pipeline. Okay, it's interesting.
All right, then yeah, interesting first pointers. I ask because I will ask you the same question again after the demo is completed, and I would like to see how your understanding of what we do at Celonis has improved over time. So let's start with the demo. Screen share. So Celonis operates on a analyze, design, operate methodology. And in context, before I show you the demo, I would like to take a step back and look at this screen. This is specifically for pharma, but it says that 92% of the companies are planning to incorporate AI, but only 37% of them are actually able to industrialize it at scale. And the gap is the missing layer that we are filling at the Celonis. How? Because we have company data on one hand, and enterprise AI or AI models like Anthropic or OpenAI on the other hand. But AI does not predict, or AI doesn't know what will come next. It predicts what will come next. And when you give a AI a plethora of data of a company as big as AstraZeneca has, there are high chance the prediction accuracy of what to do next would be very, very low. And this less loss of accuracy is costing tokens, money, time, everything to the company. And the result is evident because I I was reading last month there was a project or there was a news where a company was scaling back on its AI because for every $1 they were spending $4, and this is the missing layer that needs to be filled, and that is what Celonis is doing, of missing the filling the missing layer so enterprise AI can work. And we operate on a 3-layer methodology, which is analyze, design, and operate. We first create a single source of truth using all the company data, which can be sitting across different platforms. Then we decide what workflow or what business flow can be changed, or where a AI agent can be incorporated to mitigate that bottleneck. And third, we set up an observability dashboard via which we can quickly check what is the ROI we are getting on our AI. With that being said, let me show you the heart of our Celonis platform, the Celonis context model. And to help you understand better, we'll use an AI assistant. So this is a demo for a company who wants to improve their clinical trial in pharma. So as soon as we give a input to the context model that we want to improve our study startup process, it quickly identifies across how many software systems, how many different records are there. It was able to identify there are 3 different software systems and 2.6 million records stored across these 3 software systems. Now, this data would previously have been blinded because the Viva would have its own reporting dashboard. Salesforce would have its own reporting dashboard, but there has been no single source of truth. The context model first allows you to make that single source of truth. And once you have that, it allows you to add business intelligence on top of it. And when I say business intelligence, I mean 2 specific things. First, what are the key KPIs the company is planning to optimize? Or what are the key guidelines that the AI needs to follow when it is deciding what to improve, what to not? Given that this is a pharma industry, you need to make sure that all the regulations are actually being followed. So if you see on the screen, it is divided and shows you how we can specifically include, or the demo includes all the different business specific nuances. And last is the business intelligence, where out of thousands of different AI techniques available, it specifically tells what AI technique or what specific root cause analysis technique should be followed so that we can get accurate results. And this is the first part. Once using the Celonis platform, we can decide what all is happening. We move towards how we can mitigate it. We can deploy AI agents within the Celonis platform via which we can decide a workflow, and the AI agent can work on it itself to solve the bottleneck. One thing I would like you to look here is how the context makes the difference. This is a possible simulation where an AI agent was triggered as soon as a document deadline was missed by roughly 5 days. Now, because we have the context, we could quickly check the impact of this 5 days would be 51 days at the downstream of the supply chain. This is what happens when you combine company data from across different systems and transform it in a way that the AI can understand. And that is what Celonis does. And that is why when we integrate Celonis at enterprise AI, you can see the improvement over time. Specifically, there is just one KPI. If I want you to look at is, you see, for the last in this simulation, in the last month, the company spent roughly $40,000 on API tokens, and it was able to get work equivalent to 18 full-time employees. And that is the power of Celonis. We first develop a single source of truth, then we identify the bottlenecks, then we deploy the AI agents which work hand in hand with the business process to mitigate those bottlenecks. And last, you have a specific numbers or metric via which you can check how the AI, how the ROI of your AI is there. So that was a quick demo of how Celonis works with AI and helps industrialize enterprise AI.
Ayush, I think we got two
Yes.
questions. Maybe I can just read them out to you and you can pick up on them.
Sure.
First question is, does Celonis streamline a business and works like an automation tool?
Automation is one part of what we do. If I go back, it follows the analyze, design, operate. Automations cannot work unless you have the business context. Automation is, yeah, it is like a Albert Einstein who is 5 years old. You need to give them specific context of what to improve, how to improve, and then it can work. So it is one feature of what Celonis does.
Great. And then second question, maybe it's answered by you or even Harshit. Could you share a real-world example of how Celonis helped the customer to improve a business process?
There are plethora of examples already available on the Celonis website for any of you who are interested. We have an entire section specifically focused on success stories. But if I want to give you a quick example, something that I am working on would be how Amazon. This is a how Amazon was able to uncover that focusing on prime customers would give more value than focusing on non-prime customers. That is something that requires data points, not just from the customer tickets, but also the customer spending power, the frequency of purchase, the customer lifetime value. All of these KPIs might be distributed, and if you don't have it at one place, you cannot come to this drastic conclusion that focusing on maybe 10% of Amazon Prime customers is more beneficial than focusing on 90% of non-prime customers. And that is how that is a more real world example of how Celonis can bring value.
Great. I think we also have like some more examples within the next slide. So maybe I go back to sharing them. Give me 1 second. Okay. Good.
John, just one before we move, I just wanted to check that there are few ELI explanation of what Celonis does before the demo started. Can we check also what do people understand about Celonis after the demo? A quick ELI 5 explanation of how you would explain it to your grandma what Celonis is, if you have to.
Yeah, maybe Sanchit and team, you can bring that again to the chat.
Because I
Yes.
see many questions which say that maybe they did not understood the core benefit of Celonis.
There's another question. It says, how does Celonis reason through process data?
Okay. Johan, do you first, based on the flow, do you want me to park the questions and first complete the PPT, the deck, and then catch up on the questions, or how do you want to take it?
I think we can take the process intelligence questions now. I would not go into detail about the value engineering questions or further custom examples, as we will cover this within the upcoming presentation, but maybe we can pick up the last questions on process intelligence, maybe one or two to make that clear.
So, Sanchit, can you please then repeat the question?
Yeah, the question is, how does Celonis reason through process data? A little vague question. There's another one. It says, how can you compete and what makes you stand out against big players that have already captured the majority?
When you say big players, which players are we talking about? Because if you see the Magic Quadrant, we are the best company or the company in the top right when it comes to process intelligence. So again, I yeah, if the person who asked the question they can be more specific, it would be helpful.
No, I don't think we have any more questions after that.
Okay.
Okay, then I will move on with sharing the slides. And I think Ayush, that was still on you to wrap it up, the customers.
Yeah. So yeah, to come to end my demo, because we provide a end-to-end visibility, not just identifying the bottlenecks, but identifying the root cause, and then redesign the entire process and check how our redesigned initiatives are performing in terms to financial ROI. We have been able to work with majority of the Fortune 50 companies. I mean, majority of the Fortune 500 companies, and our recent projects. I mean, the best part about the customers that we acquire are we work within the GCCs that are growing rapidly across Bangalore and Hyderabad. So for you, for the students who want to be a part of Celonis, there are plenty of opportunities coming because entire GCCs of major, most of the multinational companies are growing Indian within India, and major nearly 70 to 80% of the clientele of Celonis are GCCs. So you can see all the logos and everything on the screen. Yeah, but specifically for you, yeah, the market is booming if you want to be a part of this area. That's it from my side, Johanna.
Okay, with that, I would say we maybe move on to the next part, because I've seen there were already first questions coming into like value engineering and services consulting. So maybe we move on with introducing you a bit to the two roles and also the programs that we have in place via which you could potentially join Celonis if that is interesting to you. And I think then Ayush, back to you on the value engineering part.
I'll go back to the initial definition that I gave, that value engineering, the name is unique itself because we start with the customer before they adopt Celonis, and we work with the customer after they adopt Celonis. When before the customer adopts with the Celonis, we talk with the clientele to identify out of the analyze, design, operate phase that we are working on, which phase do they want the most help with, or which area is most important to them. Maybe before implementing Celonis, the company wants to standardize the entire process so that they can implement the analyze, design, operate methodology. A value engineer will then work with the top executives, identify which processes needs to be standardized, and then work on standardizing the process. Or there might be another client who already has a deal with Anthropic and a AI agent already installed, but the AI agent is not giving ROI. So the value engineer will then work with the engineering team and with the tech team to integrate the Celonis context model within the IT landscape, within the company's IT landscape, so that they can leverage the AI agent that they have purchased. So I think it's a true intersection of tech and business, where you have to first start with the business stakeholders, identify the business problem, and then see how, using which feature of Celonis can we solve that problem. And because we create value, we are value engineers. That's all. Yeah. Again, and if I want to say it in a more MBA language, it would be, yes, we are a pre-sales, and we are a merger of pre-sales and post-sales, where pre-sales we do the pre-sales consulting, and post-sales we work like a customer success manager. Yeah, at high level. Yeah, that would be it from my side. Yes, Celonis is looking to hire people on this orbit program. We have many vacancies, so if you are interested, first thing that we ask in every interview is how you would explain this software to your grandma. So that I hope you start preparing on answering that question, and then we can see how to take it forward. Yes, I am part of the orbit graduate program at Celonis, where it is a 2-year program, but the best part is, if you can grasp it well, it is more merit based, so it can be completed sooner as well. And it start it starts with you working out with experienced value engineers, learning from them how to create a value for a client, and slowly going into the field, meaning you have your own clients for which you have to generate value. It's been roughly 2.5 months or 3 months I've been a part of Celonis, and the amount of growth that you see in this last 3 months has been, I would say, staggering, specifically because this is the inaugural orbit program. And as the Celonis expands within India, the earlier anyone joins, the earlier they get the opportunity to take more responsibility. And this gives more visibility and also the experience. Well, again, I would like to ask the person who posted the question that, okay, between a forward deployed engineer and a value engineer, what one thing do they think is the difference? Then I'll answer the question, because the best way to learn is to by doing. And that is what we believe at Celonis, and I'm trying to see if this thing we can incorporate in the chat itself. So if the person who asked the last question of difference between a forward deployed engineer and a value engineer can just give me 2 to 3 words of what they think the difference is, and then I can answer.
And maybe in the meantime, I take the time to pick up on the question if we are planning to hire anyone. Yes, we still have like some off-cycle positions open at the moment. If you type in Celonis Orbit, you will find the job posting for Bangalore and can directly apply. Divya will screen your application then. And we will for sure plan the program as well for next year graduates, as it's a program we started at least on a yearly base. And maybe another addition to it, the Orbit program is a global program. So we do not only have orbiters based in Bangalore, but also, for example, in Europe and the US. So you would potentially also work with people across all Celonis offices that we have.
Yeah, one of the best parts of the orbit program is you get to work across EMEA, which is Europe, Middle East, and North American markets. So there are chances, or I mean, there are days where one day I'm working with a Turkish client, and the next day I'm working help MNC work on a different task mining model. So very different. You might get sleepless night, but these are the sleepless nights that make you grow.
Great.
Also, to add to what Johanna and Ayush have been saying, Summer Analytics also has our capstone project that is given by Celonis. You have also covered a couple of modules of the Celonis learning program, namely the introduction to process mining and the other programs. So please do apply your learnings in that project, and the top projects will be given a chance to present in front of the Celonis panel and will stand a chance uh, to work with Celonis in the future.
Yeah, I highly recommend that program as well, because I think the coursework and the modules that you will learn during the capstone project are also a great preparation for a potential interview process. During our interview processes, we usually ask candidates to work on a challenge within our Celonis environment, and the capstone project will be an ideal preparation for that. Great. I don't think the question has been further specified, so maybe to wrap it up, I think there was also one question on what we're looking for within students when they're planning to apply for. So we're looking for students with a background in STEM. It's great if you already have previous experience with working on LLMs or in AI fields, but on the other hand, as Ayush was mentioning, you also would work a lot with business stakeholders. So we also look for people with an entrepreneurial mindset that are bringing interest in stakeholder and project management and diving a bit into the business side as well. Great. And I think with that, we might hand it over to Harshit on our Galaxy program.
Thanks, Johanna. So yeah, moving on to the Galaxy graduate program. Firstly, let me explain what the role is. I am part of the services consulting team. When companies like BMW, PepsiCo spend billions on a software, they don't just want a link that is going to be downloaded. They need elite minds that can actually re-engineer their global operations. In the consulting team, you won't just be creating slides and writing codes. You will be their technical architect and their strategist. You will dive deep into their environment, understand their architecture, their business processes, and their pain points, and accordingly innovate and implement the solutions with the ML tools and the AI tools that we have on the platform. Moving on, uh, can you switch to the next slide? I'll elaborate how the program goes. It is very similar to the Orbit program. It is a 1 year long program where you will be shadowing other consultants and will be able to collaborate with other teams as well. Example, product management and the engineering team, so that you are able to increase the business understanding and also understand how we are going to implement the platform in their solutions. One of the best things that I felt in this program was having a buddy who was my first friend in this company. He is my go-to person for any kind of issues, and he will be there for any kind of doubts that you are going to have throughout this journey. And one of the major facts, moving on to the next slide, is the opportunity to network globally. You will have a team that will be spread across the globe. Approximately, you will have a team of 15 members. For me, it's a team of 14 members spread across Stockholm, Munich, Madrid, Bangalore, and then Milan. So, yeah, looking forward to people who will be joining this program.
Great. Thank you so much, Harshit. Maybe bringing the question back up to Ayush, because I think there was like some more context provided. From what you explained, I think they're a bit different, because in front development engineer is more on the technical side and value engineering is more on the people side.
Yeah, that that is a prompt difference. That is a correct difference at a high level. Role of a forward deployed engineer is more explaining the technical nuances of the project or of the project that they're doing to the client side. But from the value engineering perspective, both roles are equally important, where the first part is you need to make sure that when you talk with the business stakeholders, you identify the problem that has the backing of the senior executives level. Because if you don't do that, You might spend 6 months trying to create a value using the Celonis platform, but when it is time to close a deal, or when it is time to uh, complete the project, the top executives say we do not see enough ROI, and then your entire 6 months are wasted. So it is much more important that you first do stakeholder management to identify the correct business pain point, the correct sponsor behind that business pain point, and then utilize the Celonis platform to work hand in hand to develop a solution. Now,
Great.
again, just one more caveat, that when implementing a solution, you will be working together with the services team to implement the project at full scale. As a value engineer, your core part is completes once you develop the, how can I say, the prototype. Once you develop a small prototype using the company data, that post that you work more and more hand in hand with people who have been working with the platform for 5-10 years, that can help you implement the entire system at full scale. That's
Great.
all.
And then maybe a question a bit more towards Harshit. There is one question: how flexible is the company with regards to cross-role works? So maybe a quick note before I might pass that over to you. In general, the programs are both designed in a way that you don't have like fixed rotations into like a whole different set of roles. So you stay within the field that you start. So that might be like, for example, value engineering or services consultants. But maybe Harshit, as far as I know, within the Galaxy program, you also have the chance to work on some projects that are not solely based within services. Is that
So
like
yeah,
that?
yeah. So the thing is, it's according to the requirements that the other teams have, and we also have the criteria that we are supposed to collaborate with different teams for our exit criteria, like the minimum conditions that are supposed to be completed for graduating this program. We will have to collaborate with like the customer centric side as well as the innovating team, the garage team that will be developing new solutions for the platform. So overall, we are quite flexible with the collaboration side.
Great. And there was one more question, if it's a remote or in person or hybrid. So at Celonis, we have a hybrid working model. So we are all required to come to the office, usually 50% of our working time. So you would need to be based out of Bangalore for both of the programs. Great. Then I would say also with the time, or with respect to the time, I would hand it over to Divya now. For the last part of our presentation, and then we will wrap the questions up.
Absolutely. Thanks, Johanna, and thanks, Ayush, Harshit. Maybe the students had a lot of downloads on what Galaxy is, what Orbit is, and I'm sure a lot of questions are running through your head. But maybe just as a refresher, I'm sure you must be listening to this conversation from past 45 minutes. So good evening, IIT Guwahati. To reintroduce myself, I am Divya Tailor. I'm the part of talent acquisition partner team here at Celonis. I know what this title probably means to most of you. Okay, so she's here, she works here at Celonis, so she's here to convince us to join. But I want to refrain that for you today. I mean, you are at IIT Guwahati, and that's incredible. You've already accomplished a milestone. But I I know that's not enough for you. You didn't came here just to check a box. You came here because you really want to build something through your experience, through your learnings that you've been, graduating programs from, and you definitely want to solve a lot of problems. And we definitely are looking for some extraordinary students to join our program. To walk through on, on our global presence. So Celonis isn't just a company. We are a global movement from our headquarters to our thriving Bangalore hub. If you're in India, you'll be joining our Bangalore office, and we've been spanning 6 continents. We are a team of 3,200 professionals distributed across the globe, and the professionals would include engineers, data scientists, product leaders, and business innovators who are solving some of the world's most complex challenges out there. And every single one of them who's joined Celonis started exactly where you all are today. talented, ambitious, and ready to make an impact. So that's what Celonis is. Next slide, please. Yes, so this is our Bangalore office hub. You see a fancy building, right? So we definitely have a great place to work. And I mean, you see, this is our, graduation programs that we do. So we do celebrate the graduation for our employees as well. So yeah, I mean, the photo says it all, but of course you can Google more for more photos, of course. Talking about our company and culture, right? So as a talent partner, definitely would like to walk you through on our culture that we have. So Celonis is, the foundation of our success. It definitely thrives on these 4 values, as you all can read. Earth is our future, live for customer value, the best team wins. We own it, and we operate by the FISA principles, which is mainly focus, invent, simplify, and act. So, I mean, here, when you join whenever you join, Orbit program or services program, I think here you won't have to go a lot of approvals just to bring out your own, experience. I think if you have any new great idea, we definitely welcome them. You don't have to take a lot of approvals to present it. I mean, you take the ownership of your, ideas. So that's what Celonis culture is. This culture, next slide, please. So definitely this culture has earned us consistent recognition as a top employer, including being named as Kununu Top Employer for 2026, a leader on the Forbes 2025 Cloud 100 list, and one of the Fast Company's world's most innovative companies. So when you join us, you are joining a team that is consistently recognized for its own commitment to both people and its excellence. So these aren't just vanity metrics. These are the validations from your peers if you join. So these are the validations that we've got from our engineers, our product managers, and leaders, just like saying that this is a place where I come and I do my best work. So they've definitely, because of these people, we have been awarded by these, we have been recognized with such awards. So yeah, I mean, we can definitely look into some video that was there. If we can go through that first. And then maybe I can talk about the slide for the character and the commitment.
Yeah, let me check if I
Yes.
can share it, because it's a bit tricky with the screen sharing mode, but I think it should.
Just want to double check. Is everything
What makes working at
able to hear
Celonis
this? Is it audible to everyone?
Yes, it's good.
different is the people, the culture, and the mission. The people are passionate and talented. The culture is built around teamwork and personal ownership. And our mission is to make the world better, one process at a time.
You look all around, there are challenges, and humanity is at crossroads. And when I look at what we can do at Celonis, and the fact that what we want to do is grounded in conceptual models, and I think that's what inspired me, that there is an opportunity here to be a part of this group in effecting massive changes.
It's a very unique opportunity to build a new software category, building products that are used by many people that actually cannot wait for new features that you are working on. That's just motivating.
I think one of the things that I'm excited about at Celonis is that there's so much stuff that's happening at the same time. There's still so much that we're figuring out, that we're creating. And I love that excitement of not yet knowing what the final outcome is.
We have many chances to talk with customers. So people who like the technologies and wanna leverage the strengths to the, the customer's actual business, I really, welcome.
For me, the best thing of working at Celonis is the flexibility. I clearly can tell that I own my work and I can organize my task as they suit me. And it's a really nice way of working and feeling that you are the responsible, the owner, and the creator of your job.
I like something that my hiring manager told me when I started in Celonis, that he likes working with people that are good and with good people. And I think this is what you can find in Celonis.
Celonis is the place for creators and people who really want to make a difference. So if you come here, you will experience a lot of intense work, but also really the joy of making a difference.
So if you're curious, you're eager to change things, to build things, is the place for you.
Awesome. Thanks, Johanna, for playing that. I think that video speaks volume about our culture and how Celonis employees have been treated and how their career trajectories look like. So coming back to this previous slide, so choosing where to start your career at this age, right, at this point of your life is one of the most critical decisions you will make. I think I was a part of, making that decision for myself. But at Celonis, we aren't just looking for employees. We are definitely looking for individuals with certain terms here. So that's character, commitment, and capability to solve the world's most complex operational problem, what Celonis stands on. So yeah, these are the few characteristics. Apart from that, we definitely have some Celo Club development and well-being. So once you join, the Celo Club that would be your gateway to the community and connection at Celonis, the development program that would initiate at every career level. So I think your leaders, your reporting managers would definitely look through your, career progression. You would be talking to your mentors, and a lot of training and leadership programs would be availed to you. There's definitely a well-being programs that treat you as a whole person, not just a resource. So in short, we take care, we take care of our people, because we know that, when you are thriving financially, physically, mentally, and personally, you do your best at work. So you're not just getting a paycheck, you are joining a community that invests in your future as well. Yes, definitely. There are other benefits, physical and mental well-being, financial well-being, life key moments, crash, healthcare insurance, equity programs, EPF, which is the Provident Fund, gym support. There's also phone reimbursements and so on. So these are certain India benefits that you get. And there is annual vacation as well. So I'm sure not a lot of your peers must be getting this benefit, but we definitely have a good annual vacation program here. So yeah, you can avail those vacations to spend some quality time with your family. And yes, did I miss on anything else? Might be other leaves and time off. So as a standard leave and time off policy that we follow in India, we definitely have sick leave, casual leaves, and paid leaves. So once you join, we'll definitely walk you through on how many leaves we have, and you can avail them. Yes, if you have any questions, I maybe just,
Divya, I just read out some that were posted in the chat. I think there are some that also fit your part quite well. So what is the general interview process? Maybe you can explain a bit on that one.
Definitely. So as a part of the interview process, you would have to apply on our jobs, and I'll be the TA partner. So I'll be having a one-on-one discussion with you if I find you a fit. So I'll be interviewing you, screening you, and I'll be sharing your profiles with the hiring team that sits in Madrid. And we would be having close to 3 to 4 rounds of interviews, one round with me, and the next round would be with the leaders. And we would also have a challenge round. So we give you certain access on the platform, and you have to work around that and have to present that live. So, concluding that, we would have one more round as a final round to check for the cultural fitment. So 3 to 4 rounds of interviews.
Great. And then are people only from computer sciences are allowed to join, or other branches allowed, provided they have the knowledge?
No, definitely. I would be more than happy to speak to other branches who definitely have certain knowledges. So love to have them onboarded and love to interview them.
Absolutely. Can someone join the program while studying in a college from a different city?
From a different city, to answer that question, this role would be requiring employee to join Bangalore office. So I'm not sure if you're studying in a different city. I'm not sure how would you manage your commute to Bangalore. So we would target people who are based out of Bangalore. But if you have plans of relocating and you're quite comfortable, we are more than happy to take you on board.
Yeah, Definitely. As far as I know, there's even like a relocation
We
bonus
do
for
have
someone
relocation bonuses.
to
Yes,
Bangalore. So if you're
definitely.
studying in a different city but are keen to relocate, not an issue at all.
Yes, definitely.
One more question. Do we offer summer or winter internships for students? So we're still a young company, and also our Bangalore hub is quite new, but we're planning on getting a first batch of interns, probably starting early of next year. And maybe next year we'll also be able to offer summer internships in Bangalore. So keep an eye on our jobs website, and potentially you will find something soon on that.
I
Great.
see someone has also posted a question. I like the Galaxy program. What is the interview like? So I can be more prepared. The interview is quite similar. We definitely have 3 to 4 rounds of interview, including a challenge round. So yeah, 4 rounds of interviews are there.
And I also see one person who gave a very good analogy of how he or she would explain Celonis to grandma, which is good. So Sanchit, I am if you know the person, I would love to guide him more into the Celonis platform and how he can be a part of it. So I'm
Shout out to Jeet.
yeah.
Part of the
Great. I
Galaxy program, please.
So he can connect with either of us on LinkedIn, and
yeah.
we would be happy to guide the person.
Maybe to wrap it up, as we're already at the end of an hour. So if you have not joined our talent pool yet, please do so. You have the QR code here, but also the team of the Consulting and Analytics Club has shared the link. Whenever you register, you will also receive like a contact email address that you can reach out to. So that's like your central point where we will try to guide you to the person who can help you best with the question you are having at the moment. Other than that, feel free to connect with us on LinkedIn and reach out to us if you need anything specific. It was a pleasure for us that we had the chance to present us to you, and thank you for all of the questions that you were posting. Even though we could not see you, it felt like a quite interactive session. So thank you so much for being present, asking us our questions, and being here today.
Great work from the consulting and analytics team as well.
Yeah.
Also, just one more comment. There was a question about how we are planning to capture the market and compete with the competitors who are already there. So for that, we have already captured the market and we don't compete with others. We are the competition for others.
Well said, well said. But yeah, we
Yes.
definitely compete against or SAP, Signavio, IBM,
Yep.
and other process mining like automation anywhere. But if you go on Google and do a research a little bit, so we have been awarded by the Gartners and Forresters for being the market leaders. So definitely the report is out and you can read through it.
There's another question, I think, which you missed.
Mhm.
What are your intake numbers on both of the mentioned programs?
Intake numbers?
Like how
Yep.
many we hire for the programs? I
Okay,
think
how
that's-
many we are hiring? Okay, that
I would say it's still ramping up because we just
Yes.
recently launched the programs for Bangalore. So
Mhm.
I would say for the moment, for value engineering, it's a bit higher than for Galaxy. For Galaxy, it's usually just like a handful of spots for each intake. For the value engineering, probably about 10 to 15, but we assume larger numbers for the next intakes.
Half of the value engineering staff is always occupied in an interview, so seats are
Yeah.
filling up fast. Yeah.
They're on it.
That's right.
Okay. I think with that, Sanjit and Shavani, I don't know if there's anything else or if you would like to close the session.
Yeah, so as we come to the end of the today's career talk, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our wonderful speakers from Celonis, and thank you all for sharing their valuable insights with us. And now a final reminder to all the participants to complete your V4 hackathon before the submission deadline. And also you can scan the QR code and fill the form to join Celonis Talent Pool if you haven't done it yet. So yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you, Shravani. Thank you so much. Thank you
So
to
much.
everyone.
Thanks, Shravani.
Bye.
Thanks, Sanchit.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Sanchit.
everyone.
Thanks.
Thanks for
Bye-bye.
joining.
Bye.
Thanks for joining.